Alright guys, this is a Longplay review for Galactic Tomb on the Amstrad CPC, released by ESP Soft on the 28th of April 2018. So yes guys, this year it's a brand new Amstrad CPC game. And shortly after its release, I did actually live stream this game on my channel. I think back on the 11th of May. Oh, that's a nice loading screen there. Watch out for the eyes flashing at you here after it loads and before it loads. Any second? Yeah, nice little touch there. So yeah, we did live stream this back in May, but sadly we had some issues with the game. Firstly, the controls were kind of broken, but we got a workaround for it at the time. But unfortunately, we also encountered a game-breaking bug on the final level. What a shame. However, it wasn't long before they released a fixed version of the game, and I promised at the time on stream to return back to it, but do a proper long play and review video and give it some spotlight and its just desserts, because it really needs to be seen properly. Well, it's taken me a while to remember, but here we are nearly 6 months later. And man, this could be game of the year. It really, really is a good game. This is from ESP Soft, who have released a variety of new Amstrad games from different programmers. This one is programmed by Raul Simaro, aka Artabaru. I might be pronouncing this wrong. He also did Column CPC, Gates to Hell, Mariano the Dragon Capers in Cityland, Phantom Saga Infinity, and Totems. With graphics by Juan Esteban Olmo Mari, aka SAD 1942. He also did the graphics for the Lost Treasure of Cuauhtémoc, if I can pronounce that right, and Profanation 2, Escape from Abu Simbel. And with music sound effects by the always excellent McLean, which you can hear on the title screen here. He also did the music for Barber's Palace, Adios La Casta 1 and 2, The Lost Treasure of Cuauhtémoc again, Mega Blaster sequel, Operation Alexandra, we just did on the last live stream, Profanation 2, and The Shadows of Sergoth, etc. Anyway, let's get this started off, and we're on the first level here, on Theranos. Now, as you can see guys, it is a side-scrolling platform run-and-gun game. Plenty of platforming elements in here, so it's kind of a bit of a mix of maybe Turrican and maybe a little bit of Metroid. But we've got full scrolling on the go there with some lovely colourful graphics, fantastic music and sound effects. So yeah, the vertical scroll there isn't particularly smooth, but the horizontal is good. And this game will work in 64K of memory. There is a 64K version, so they're not using the 128K extra memory for scrolling and stuff. This is designed to also work on a normal Amstrad CPC 464. So with so much packed in, obviously things can't be 100% perfect and smooth. It's not going to be 50 frames per second or anything like that. But the game is cramming so much stuff in. Right, I'm going to destroy that tomb there, or gravestone it looks like, or tablet. That disables an energy barrier. That was just, I think, to the top left there. And down here is a little secret. Jump up there, and a red diamond is revealed, and that will power up our gun. Now there is a red and blue diamond hidden on the first and second levels. And well, it's very important to find them. I think the second diamond is around here. You just need to jump in the right spot and it will be revealed. There you go. The blue diamond will restore all of your energy, which is very important. And there's the second slab there to disable the second energy field that is preventing our progress. So the story of the game. In the era of the first millennium, 3 kings ruled in the European galaxy. I don't know how you pronounce that. Three kings for three kingdoms that did not base their civilization on technology but on magic. Each of them had a fraction of power enough to revive another king, so the Galactic Triumvirate, based on peace and respect, seemed to be infinite. Infinite until the arrival of Shakar, who, through dark arts, managed to overthrow and annihilate the three kings. Later he would impose technology as the standard of his empire and hide the mythical real bodies in three hidden tombs somewhere in the galaxy. And yeah, well, first of all, there's a key we need to find here, and that's the key we need, and that will get us into the tomb of this level. I'll carry on the story. It's kind of a translation from Spanish, so it's not perfect. The third era of the Sao Empire, the last days of the Emperor. Oh my god, the translation's really poor. After prolonging the Emperor's life to unsuspected, unusual limits, his medical team finds no way of prolonging his reign. Shakar has been the longest-lived Emperor in recorded history, and he's not willing to see the end of his days. What medicine cannot solve his problems. Legends, myths and magic that surround the oldest of Imperial legends, the three tombs of Seam. Man, I think I'm probably going to stop on the backstory here, guys, because it does not really make much sense, and it's all in Spanish, as you can see from the heads-up display with Vidas Puntos and Energia. Shame there's not been an English translation. Anyway, basically the game is, you as the outstanding member of the elite Imperial army, you're appointed to carry out the mission. Through three different worlds, so we've got 3 levels, guys, you will have to look for the mythical tombs in order to obtain the magical objects that will allow the prolonging of the life of the Emperor. And there we go. So the first tomb is below us there, but there's always a boss guarding the tomb, so here's the first boss. It's a fairly predictable pattern, but very difficult to get the timing right, because you just fly across the screen really quickly. That's probably the best method, just jumping up and then pushing right. There we go. It's very important we got the weapon pickup early, that red diamond that will drain his energy a lot quicker. Apparently this is the Winged Sentinel Onark. There we go. And there you go, this will be the end of the first level, and that was like outstanding. I loved this. And now we're on to level 2, Robota. Apparently sort of an industrial factory dealing with toxic waste. And now things change up a little bit. We now have a jetpack. And there's the first like hidden like diamond. We need to wait for a backpack to recharge. More on that in a second. So now we've just increased the power of the weapon to maximum power. There'll be one further blue diamond to find in the level later on that will restore our energy. I will come to that when we get there. So here, there's a computer there. We're taking like a memory card from a computer. There are 4 computers with 4 memory cards, which we need to collect, and then we assemble in another computer to give us access to the tomb on this level. And there are also generators, which are like the slabs and tombstones we destroyed in the first level. Or screwed up my flying there. And you destroy them to disable energy fields. So this level is going to be a little bit longer. It's a little bit more of a maze, and you've got to work out which energy gates will be disabled and what the best route is. The route I'm taking is probably the best and quickest route, arguably. So yes, the jetpack. As you can see there, just below Energia is a bar that goes from red, yellow, green and so forth, so it's charging up as you move or when you're standing still. When you fly, it obviously drains out. And you have a very limited flying time, and it does take quite a long time for the energy to recharge, sadly, which is a little bit annoying at times. There you go, the energy going down as I flew in the air. avoid these other types of energy gates here, which can't be disabled. Yes. As I mentioned on this level. So we're looking for the tomb and the grave of Seum, protected by a security cybertech robot P310TO. Blimey. So yeah, I mean, guys, the graphics here are like pretty much first rate for the Amstrad. It's very cleverly shaded in the background there. Lovely sprite design, lovely use of colours. Very, very attractive. Like literally top marks for the graphics. Now the music as well is fantastic. I do prefer the tune of the first level. It was really sort of fast paced and heart pumping. It was really good. This one's a little bit more laid back. Perhaps we needed something a little bit more robotic for this second level, but it's still a fantastic piece of music. But the sound effects are also brilliant. The gun shooting noises and explosions, even the jetpack noise is good. So we just need careful timing through these gates here. As for the programming, I mean, we've got a fairly decent horizontal scroll. It's not the highest and smoothest of frame rates. I think it kind of suffers a bit worse on the vertical scroll, sadly. It's very, very difficult to achieve on the Amstrad. Not without using a huge amount of perhaps memory and a huge amount of tricks. That doesn't leave much room for, I don't know, other stuff in the game. Like we've got all these energy fields and kind of a bit of a puzzle to solve in a way. But you know, it's not like there may be some like Commodore 64 users and fans watching this video going, "Oh dear, that's really poor scrolling." But I mean, if you're from an Amstrad background, this is pretty decent scrolling. And it's nice for once, guys, to have a proper scrolling game rather than like sort of single screen, flick screen scrolling or whatever. I'm getting a little bit fed up of like well, I wouldn't say fed up. We've had a lot of like single screen platformer shoot 'em ups on the Amstrad in recent years, so it's really refreshing to have a scrolling run and gun game. I do hope more games are like this are produced. That's just my personal preference, guys. You may disagree or whatever, and I'm not discrediting any of the new games that have come out. That they are fantastic in their own right. It's just that this is slightly more my cup of tea, and could it end up being pretty much the game of the year for me, maybe? Who knows? No, I also like the new Timothy Gunn game as well. A lot. Anyway. Now, like I said, guys, make sure you've got the latest version of the disc. On the original release of the game, there were a lot of sort of issues and bugs and problems. Like, for example, half the default keys on the original release weren't set up, so a lot of people were confused with like how am I supposed to jump and stuff. That's now been fixed. It's a lot easier to redefine your keys as well. Before, because of like modern keyboards and key sensitivity and stuff, you'd press one key to like choose like left or something, you'd end up like you reusing the same key on right, up and down, because it would just move on too quickly, if you know what I mean. It seems to be a lot easier to change your keys now and map them. The bug on the final level has been resolved as well. However, I should point out there have been other reports of crashes with other configurations and hardware. Some 464 Plus users have experienced problems. Someone with a 6128 Plus machine has reported an issue and a crash. And apparently it doesn't work very well with the M4 card if you have one of them. But I haven't tested that personally, so I can't really confirm or deny that. Just bear in mind that. Okay, so here, guys, yeah, a bit of a waiting around, waiting for my jetpack energy to like recharge itself. One criticism of this level: it takes too long for it to recharge. You're not really going to be using the jetpack too much to get out of sticky situations. So I think it's perhaps a little unfair to have the energy take so long to recharge. I think it was perhaps a tad unnecessary. and becomes a bit of an annoyance and sort of slows down the pace of the game on this level a little bit. And this is by far the longest level because of it, probably. Now, I think on the way back on this lower section here, more of those green slime blobs appear than they did on the way across originally. So don't be surprised by that. Just taking safe refuge up there and getting the jetpack energy back to full. Okay. Nice little effects on the green slime there. Let's watch out for these turrets above us. Let's get full jetpack energy again. Just watch for the patterns, really. Time yourself. Pretty standard stuff. So yeah, guys, you get 3 lives or 3 vidas. At the moment, we've got all maximum 3 lives. And it's nice to have an energy bar as well. So yeah, I don't quite like sort of like instant deaths, one touch deaths or something like that. So it's nice to have the energy bar, and it's nice to have 3 lives as well. So the game is definitely completable. It is tough. I'm making it look perhaps a lot easier than it is, but that's the nature of doing a long play video. You want to do it as best as you can, and without losing a life if you can. Oh, just below us there, that's where you enter the 4 cards you picked up from the computers. I think that might be the last computer and card to pick up there, but there's a wall in the way. Now, round about this area is where the other blue diamond is hidden, but we will pick that up on the way back because that restores our energy to maximum. So we're going to do this difficult section here first, then we will get the blue diamond after on the way back, because there's these winged creatures that fly at you, which can be very tough to avoid if you don't get your jump and flying right. And there we go. Now we've got the 4 pieces of the memory cards from the computers. Little tip there, you can duck down right on the edge and avoid them. See, loads of them come flying out. I'm just waiting for the right moment, make sure my jetpack energy is at full, and just fly out the top of the screen through most of it. If you jump down here, they will stop spawning. But if you jump at the right point here, you will, I think above us here, it will reveal the blue diamond just below our feet and just below the platform. So just get my jetpack energy back. So here's like basically the last secret of the game. There it is. Did you see the blue diamond appear? And that will restore all of our energy there. It's best to leave this card to last, because then you can get that energy pickup and you're right near the tomb. So we go over to this, put the 4 cards in, and on to the boss fight against Cybertech P310TO. And he's really easy. If you've got the full weapon power up, the 2 red diamonds from the first and this level, he's pretty quick work if he just tiny jumps right. And there we go, guys. We go on to the final and 3rd level. Microbia, maybe. And we got a different type of game now, because we're now in like a little miniature submarine. New style graphics, and we now got obviously going to be floating in water as well, so you've got to take that into account. Sometimes stick to the top of the levels there to avoid most of the bad guys and evil fish. And basically what we're going to do here, guys, is kill the 2 mad red jellyfish to get a gold key. There's 2 of them to find. The first one is up here. There he is. He's going to drain quite a bit of my energy. Not much you can do, just try and destroy him as quick as you can. There's another one to find, and we'll get the gold key then. And then there's like one real ugly one-eyed sort of sea creature that we will find after the second jellyfish to kill, and that will give us a silver key. Once we've got the gold and silver key, we can go and get to the final tomb. Apparently this time we are in command of second generation A21 mini sub. Your mini sub is armed with 2 short-range lasers that will allow you to get rid of your enemies, as well as a helmet energizer, which allow you to electrify the deck of the submarine and get rid of enemies attached to the ship and submarine. So you can use the second fire button here. So if you get any of the fish that sort of lock onto you and stick onto the submarine, that was the second jellyfish, and we got the gold key. So you get any enemies that stick onto the submarine here and lock onto you, press the second fire button. There you go, there's one that happened there. So I had to use the second fire button there to energise the electrifying the sub, or what it's called, the helmet energizer. So now we're after the big ugly fish with one eye. There he is. And we sort of get sucked in towards him, so be very careful of that at the start. Just got to shoot his eye. And to be honest, he's not too hard, just keep moving up and down. And now we've got the silver key, and you can see in the bottom right corner of the screen. The 2 keys combine to make this horrible skull key. And now we can move on to the final tomb. So this level is a bit of a maze. Maybe some mapping might be useful here. And there's plenty of fish that can easily drain your energy very quickly. As you can see, guys, I've only got 3 bits of energy left, so this is going to be very, very tough to do. And now on this final stretch, before we come to the boss, we get waves and waves of fish. So the green fish sticks to the top of the screen. The red jellyfish that fly at you sort of go to the far left and move in between their waves. And the other ones, which we'll see shortly, again, stick to the bottom middle of the screen. Got another red jellyfish, easily dispatched with. Just waiting for these to spawn on me. So these green ones, actually there's a nice little hidey hole just down here if you don't scroll off too far. And you can basically just miss the entire wave of them. Fantastic music again. Yeah, so just move left on those red little mini jellyfish and move through the middle of them. These horrible things stick to the middle bottom of the screen and just keep moving left and right, and they're just easily avoided. You don't need to kill them all. I think there's the green fish that spawn here. Just stick to the top of the screen. There's no little hidey hole this time at the bottom. And it's nice that you got music and sound effects at the same time, guys. That works really, really well. And here we go, guys. This is the basically the final boss. It's like a giant, evil, mutated green seahorse. And there we go, guys. That is it. That is the 3 tombs completed of Galactic Tomb. And now we get the ending. Oh, what a lovely ending picture. Now, unfortunately, the text here is all in Spanish, but I've ran this through Google Translate. I don't know how accurate this is, but here we go. The combination of the 3 mystical objects obtained in the 3 graves of Sim, he managed to save the Emperor from an imminent death. They are adverse times for the Uruban galaxy. The evil Emperor will prolong even more the agony of Shepta and Xynix. I don't know where those 2 have come from. The 2 free galactic systems that so far they have managed to face the Sao Empire. Google Translate not working very well there. There's a lot of made up names and words here. Right, okay. However, a glimmer of hope appears in the form of 3 bright lights. The elite commander, appointed by the same emperor to get the 3 elements that saved him. I consciously execute an action that will suppose the seed of the next rebellion against the sowing empire. So the evil emperor sent you on the mission to get the 3 tomb things to save him, but instead you're going to use it against him and start a rebellion. Okay, one by one, the 3 open tombs were intentionally abandoned without sealing their containers. Now the spirits of the 3 kings of Urban, whatever, are once again free to combine their efforts in a new galactic triumvirate that faces the Emperor. Continue the Galactic Kings. There we go. A nice little ending. Oh, there's the last bit there. Continue the Galactic Kings, I think that means. Okay, so there we go, guys. That was Galactic Tomb, and that is a fantastic game on the Amstrad CPC. A new game released this year. And here's the end credits as well. The programmers, graphics artists, and music, sound effects, etc. And, well, guys, what a fantastic game. I love a bit of run and gun games, and I'm so happy this exists on the Amstrad. Yeah, sure, it's not perfect. Would have been nice to have a smoother horizontal scroll, especially a smoother vertical scroll. And some of the issues people have been reported need to be sorted out on various bits of hardware, but guys, this is a fantastic product. And I'm really, really looking forward to any new games. There you go, Galactic Tomb. Any new games from Artabaru, Sad 1942 on the graphics, and I always look forward to the music from the ever excellent McLean. So there we go. As a final review score, guys, I'm going to give this a whopping 9 out of 10 from me, and it could possibly be my game of the year this year for on the Amstrad. Who knows? But of course, we've got a high score table here. Also, it's been a bit of a pity they didn't do an English translation. It wouldn't have been hard to do. In fact, I would quite happily lend my services in translating for them if they want to. But there we go. That's my offer to them. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed long playing reviews every Monday and live streams every Friday. Alright, see you guys soon. Cheers. Goodbye.
So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please click a like below, leave a comment, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And over that way, there's another video for you to check out. Zypho, out.